Talking Luther College women's tennis with head coach Adam Strand, and coach went down to Cedar Rapids on Sunday. Competitive match as always with you guys in COA doubles. You were leading at all three spots. Unfortunately, COA rallied back 2 of the 3 and got the victory there, and that led them to a victory overall in the meet. But what were you most pleased with despite the result?
Sure, Darren. Yeah, credit to COA. I think the doubles was a big swing in momentum in the match, and I think the thing we were most pleased with was how we started. Our 1 and 2 teams got breaks early in the match, and like you said, both led 5-3 at one point. Our 3 team actually went down a break 1-3, but then won 5 straight games, was up 6-3, ended up winning 8-4, so that was a good win for Haley and Jackie. They hadn't played together too much here lately because Jackie's been fighting through some injuries, so that was a good one for them. And we got up 5-3 at 1 and 2, and then they broke back and kind of leveled things, and we just weren't able to get things turned around. And so big credit to them to come back and win 8-5 at both of those spots. I think that was a big key to the match. In some ways we were a few games away from winning at 1 and 2 doubles and potentially sweeping, and we would have put ourselves in good shape. But yeah, Co did a nice job at those 2 spots.
And then this week you take on Dubuque and Loris in Dubuque today. What do you expect out of those matches?
I think it's going to be an interesting day, Darren. Loris especially is much better this year. They actually beat Dubuque a couple weeks ago 8-1. So we're bringing a little bit stronger group to Loris than we are Dubuque. And also Wartburg, who gave us all we could handle a few weeks ago, just beat Loris 6-3 with their full squad. And we won't have our complete varsity lineup for that. So I think it's going to be a great day because all 12 of our girls are going to get a chance to play singles and doubles. But I think we're going to get competitive matches, and we're going to really have to be ready to go and ready to bounce back after a tough result on Sunday.
And the last few years, it has been you guys in COA at the top of the league, 1-2. Do you see that gap kind of closing with teams like Wartburg and Loris, perhaps?
Yeah, I think Wartburg's certainly closed the gap, at least with us. We'll see if they've closed it with Co. I think they play sometime midweek next week. But, I was very impressed with Wartburg, especially on the singles side against us. And so, yeah, I think this is one of the better teams they've had in a while, and they're certainly closing the gap. Loris gave Wartburg a good matchup. We still have to see Central. They had some tight matches with Co, even though it was a 9-0 result. So yeah, I think on the women's side, our league's improving, and you are seeing that gap close a little bit. So yeah, today will certainly be a big day for us with 2 more conference matches.
And then up to St. Peter for ITAs this weekend. How do you approach an individual-based tournament as compared to the team competitions that you've been in to this point?
Sure. I think we use this as an opportunity, again, for all 12 of our players to get out there and compete. And one thing that's great about it is that we're going to see some teams, hopefully outside of our league. Sometimes we end up matching up with Co and Wartburg a little too much. But see some teams from Minnesota, from Wisconsin, and there's a ton of good teams up there. I've seen the list of players, and there's about 200 women that are going to be competing this weekend. So it's a huge event, and we just want all of our girls to get out there and be competitive and learn from it. And last year when we took our team up there, I think we got a lot better that weekend. It's especially good for maybe some of our players who aren't in the varsity lineup on a regular basis to play and compete and see how they do. So yeah, hopefully we get a lot better and get some good experiences this weekend, Darren.
All right, hopefully it's bounce back week result-wise for you starting today down in Dubuque. We wish best of luck, Coach.
Thanks, Darren.
Adam Strand talking Luther College women's tennis.